Hi everyone, good morning. This is Thursday, December the 21st. I am heading to work. This is my channel, Christian Faith Streams. I just wanted to go over, today I wanted to share with you my job and what I do. I work in IT, so I'm heading to work right now. I am working in a school district that has 200 students from kindergarten to 12th grade. Now it's Christmas break, so I get some time to show you around and also to show you the server room, the network. The school district, they use laptops from 6th grade to 12th grade. Use laptops, and then the K through 5th grade, they use iPads. But while I'm at work today, I'll show you around and I'll show you the server room, show you all the laptops, all the repairs that I have to do, and then maybe go through a little tutorial on the diagram of with a diagram of the network. But while I'm on the way to work, I wanted to share with you some of my past experiences with Workcamps. Previously, I went to this was in high school. I went to a work camp. My first work camp was in Philippi, West Virginia. That was, from where I live, that's about 4 or 5 hour drive. What work camps is about, well, when I went, was that they had from all across the country, they had youth groups combined in crews of 6. We would combine youth groups. Actually, we'd add one person. There was one adult leader, and then there was 5 students from each youth group. So I had with me. There were 3 girls and 3 guys. If I remember, one was from New York, one was from West Virginia, Florida, and South Carolina. I don't remember the other. I believe the other one was from Illinois or Ohio, but it was a long time ago, so I don't remember. And back then, we didn't have our cell phones, so once we broke up at the end of the week, and we wrote each other for a couple weeks. A couple months, but that didn't last. But what it was about was when we went to the youth camps in Philippi, West Virginia. I was in charge of. I repaired some drywall. Went and scraped paint off the house, repainted the house, the outside. The first couple that we we helped out were an elderly couple, and Philippi was very poor community. But at the end of the week, we had a crew come and help us finish up. If you were done with your house, you would help out another crew. The theme of the week was in Philippi was "It Is True," which was the theme for the whole camp that week. So after that year, when I went to Philippi, I was hooked in the youth group. I was hooked in the youth camps, and so we could decide to go again. We went to Finger Lakes, New York, the following year, and the theme for that in Finger Lakes was "Come to the Water." With Finger Lakes, it was the same ordeal. Mostly I did was paint scraping and some drywall, repaired a deck. We had a crew of 3 girls and 3 guys. And then that was probably the year that my youth group became really close to each other. We grew together for that camp, because we had a powerful experience at the camp. And then the following year after that, it was in South Carolina. We went to, and I don't recall the theme for that week, but it wasn't quite as good as the experience I had the previous year. But that year I remember we helped out an elderly woman in South Carolina. I remember we painted and did some drywall. That year there were three guys. Well, yeah, same. We had three girls and three guys in our crew. When we helped out in South Carolina, the elderly lady, I remember she had her puppy, or had this dog at the time. It was a small dog. It kind of reminded me of my dog Charlie, which I still haven't introduced her to the channel yet. But I plan on doing that in one of the next videos. It reminded me, her dog reminded me of Charlie, my small beagle terrier. What happened one year, the year we were at the camp, the dog had a tick in her ear, and it was yelping and crying all week. And we finally we decided to take a look at it, and sure enough, it was a large tick in her ear. And at that time, we didn't really have anything to really get it out. I mean, we just tried to use tweezers and then pour some peroxide on it. I think that helped. I think we got it out, but we felt so bad for that dog. The dog she was in a lot of pain, and it was just from a tick being in her ear. It was one of those huge ticks. I don't recall, what kind it is, but I don't know if it was a deer tick or not, but it was looked like a beetle almost, the size of a beetle. So that year was the last year we went to a work camp. So I went to work camp 3 years in a row. The final year, my senior year in high school, we didn't go to youth camp. We went to a youth conference in Colorado. It was Colorado State University, where all at the time I went to Church of the Brethren, and we were it's a Protestant Brethren denomination. So all across the country, all the Brethren churches combined and went to a youth conference. We drove out. It was a 2-day. It took 2 days for us to drive out because we stayed in Kansas. When we stayed in Kansas, I believe I'm not sure what. I don't remember if it was a university, but we played football the day we stayed there. And then we got back in the bus and drove to Colorado State University. That was a good experience. It wasn't as great as the work camp that we had, because the work camp was more spiritual. When we were at this Colorado State University, we played a lot of games and got to know some other youth groups, and there was many guest speakers there, which I recall a man by the name of Phil Carlos. He was a pastor at Church of the Brethren in New York, Brooklyn, New York. He was one of the guest speakers there on a Thursday night. Throughout the week, we had a good time. We stayed in the dorms in Colorado State University. We went horseback riding. That was probably the biggest memory I have of being out in Colorado, was the horseback riding. We played some tennis and basketball, but the horseback riding and hiking was the best experience that I had. Now today, with where I go to church and my son goes, he's not in they don't do the work camps, which is kind of disappointing, because I know how much of an experience it was. But they do have a missions trip that this year they're going to Wheelwright, Kentucky. They went last year there. Wheelwright is one of the poorest places in the country. It was pretty. It used to be a mining town and a coal mine town, and that was shut down. So since then, it's been, for the past several years, it's been pretty bad. My son went last year, and he's going this year, or is going next year as well. What they do there, they have 3 types of ministries, I believe. It's one is the children's ministry, and also there's construction, and also community. My son, he took place in the community ministry. He walked down the street and prayed with people, got to know people, got to know their situation, and he took it upon himself to to go on his own and pray with others that were sitting out. He also shared his experiences with them, and also handed out food to the needy who was waiting in line every morning for to be handing out meals. He did that. The construction part of it, I think he might do this year or next year. The construction part of it, the group that went with my son, they repaired I believe it was a wheelchair ramp for on a trailer. So that was pretty much it for that type of ministry that week. But yeah, he had a good experience in it. What I wish they would do is, if they would ever go to a work camp, I wish he would experience that. Because what you do there in a work camp is, like I said earlier, it's you go to an area. You have a crew of 6. Each person is from a different youth group throughout the country, and you get to know them all week, and you form a bond with them. And after that, after you break up and go home, I mean, you have that memory with them, and then you're friends forever with them. Now today with technology, you have cell phones and you can text, but back then it was really hard because you could make a phone call, but you didn't have cell phones, and I mean you just could write to the person, and then that kind of went away afterwards. I mean, everyone, once you get older, and then you realize that you want to move on, and then you go to college and you forget about those people, but then you remember them throughout your life. I mean, you remember the experiences you had. There's some pictures I have of my youth group and some people I met while I was on those trips. So, but I'm heading to work now, so I'm going to go ahead and I'll continue this video once I get to work, and I'm going to show you the network of where I work. I work in a server room, and I have a little office there, and we have a rack where we keep the repairs and stuff. I work by myself. I'm the IT director in the whole facility, so they keep me pretty busy. A lot of them, they do use the school district. They use with their laptops. They use Promethean boards they can share their screen with. So that was something new we put in last year and a half. We mounted them over top of the chalkboards, so they don't need chalkboards anymore. They just use Promethean boards. What they do is they use all their whiteboard, all their activities. Most of them, they rely on those Promethean boards. And another thing is teachers use, besides their laptop, they'll use clickers. The other problems we had with them is the teachers decided to buy their own, because the clickers that they had was they were just charged. You would plug them into the laptop to charge them, but that wasn't charging them. You had to plug them into a block, an outlet, to get them charged. And then a lot of them went ahead and bought their own battery, or bought their own clickers to use to work with the Promethean boards, because they took batteries. It was simple just to replace the battery and it would work again. So a lot of times the staff at the school, I mean, if they don't get a response and get something looked at or fixed, they'll go about them. They're on their own and get do their own thing, get their own. Like with the clickers, they went in, they bought their own instead of worrying about it. Waiting for one of us to troubleshoot. At the time, I wasn't there working, so. And then once I got there to check them, sure enough, it was they needed charged to be plugged into a block. And to plug them in, I used the same block that the kids use for the iPads to charge them. The majority of the issues that we have at the school, a lot of them is kids drop their laptops. And then you have the side, the charging port is always busted or broken. So a lot of times they say, "Oh, my laptop doesn't charge," and then they think it's the actual power cord or the adapter. So then they ask, because it has the USB-C, which is the flat adapters. What they do is they'll ask, "Can I use the other adapter, the USB-C?" Which the USB-C also charges their Android phone. So mainly that's the reason why they're asking me for another adapter. So I make sure I don't want to just hand out adapters. I'll either send off the laptop if it's damaged, if it's having problems powering up, and it's still under warranty, because they have a repair warranty, once per year per laptop, and we'll just send it off to the manufacturer to have it repaired. If it's out of warranty, I might I'll give them a loaner, and then once the repair comes back, or if I can't repair it, I'll just let them keep the loaner. And right now we're trying to probably decide to get the laptops. When we buy new laptops every year, we're probably going to just end up giving them to the 9th grade. And then that way, the 9th grade will have them until they're senior. They'll have them like for 4 years. And by the time, that's probably about a good amount of time for a laptop to last. Is about 4 or 5 years. And then we have the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. They have laptops, which we are allowing them to take them home now. But I think we're going to decide to just go ahead and have them keep the laptops in the classroom. So when they leave for the day, leave the laptops in the classroom. They don't have to worry about them. We don't have to worry about them like dropping them and or losing the power cord, just leaving the classroom. So we may try that next year, actually, because since we've been giving out laptops to 6th graders, they've been taking them home, and a lot of them has become damaged. So, but it's less likely if they'll become damaged if we allow them to keep them in the classroom. So I'm here. I'm going to go ahead and go in, and I'll get settled in, and then I'll start maybe showing you around a little bit, and show you the server room and show you the repairs that I have, and maybe we'll do a little tutorial on the diagram of the setup of how the network's set up. All right, I'll talk to you later. This is Christian Faith Streams, and today is Thursday, December 21st. Thanks for watching my channel.